Venturing into the woods alone at night can be terrifying. But what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into the woods alone again. Let's delve straight into this first disturbing encounter. This horrifying video was captured by Franco, a popular YouTuber you might recognize from his channel, Franco TV. For nearly 7 years, Franco has been thrilling his audience with captivating adventures from all over the world. Known for his fearless approach, Franco takes his viewers to some of the most daring and spine-chilling locations, from haunted cemeteries to abandoned buildings and eerie forests. But today, he's raising the stakes with an experience unlike any other, camping in the wilderness of Argentina. It's January 29th, 2025, a warm and seemingly serene day in Argentina. The evening feels like the perfect opportunity for Franco to embark on a camping adventure deep in the wilderness, a place of peace and solitude, or so it seemed. What many don't know is that this area carries a chilling reputation. Local legends tell of skinwalkers roaming these lands, mysterious entities capable of shape-shifting into animals or other beings. The legends don't end there. Locals believe sacrificing sick animals, dogs, cats, sheep, keeps the skinwalkers at bay, a chilling ritual rooted in dark beliefs. For years, horrific events have been whispered about this place. This is no ordinary camping trip. Most would avoid such a terrifying spot, especially at night. But for Franco, it's a challenge, a chance to uncover the truth. Little does he know, this night will be more terrifying than he ever imagined.
It has just hit sundown. I'm right now in the middle of nowhere on a creepy road, and the area that I'm supposed to be going to is right over here. See that trees all the way down there? That's the forest, in which is the most haunted area throughout this whole little Skinwalker Valley. So I've made it out towards the forest line area, right over here, and I did find something interesting. It was a pathway inside to the forest area.
As the sun sets, Frank arrives at the edge of the forest. He logs in with his viewers, sharing his plans and showing the path into the haunted area. The darkness envelops him as he takes his first cautious steps into the unknown.
Oh my God. Oh, this is creepy. I hope I'm able to find my way out.
Setting foot into the forest, an eerie feeling washes over Frank. This is uncharted territory for him, and the unfamiliarity makes every step feel unsettling. His gut instinct tells him to stay on high alert, and it soon becomes clear why.
I keep hearing stuff moving the further in the forest I go in. Could be coyotes, it could be animals, I don't know. But I keep hearing something in this direction. What the hell is that? I got something in the distance back there.
Suddenly, his flashlight catches something chilling, 2 glowing eyes staring directly at him from the darkness. Shocked, Frank freezes, his eyes darting around as he tries to spot the source.
I'm trying to see if I can hear anything move. I'm not hearing anything. I can't see anything. It's completely black for me. Oh my God. Freaking birds. See it? What the f*** is that? just a bit. See it? What is that?
Unnerved, but determined, Frank decides to press forward. He tries to convince himself that the eyes probably belonged to an animal. But deep down, he knows that if the local rumors are true, he could be in grave danger. His mind races with possibilities, but he chooses to move on, flashlight in hand, scanning every shadow.
My goal is to camp out here for the night. Bird feathers. What the hell was that? I'm literally going through this with just a blade. Nothing else.
Proceeding cautiously, Frank's small flashlight cuts through the darkness. His eyes darted nervously, scanning the dense woods for any signs of movement. That's when he stumbles upon something unexpected. An old, abandoned building, hidden in the heart of the forest.
Oh, I just heard something. This is absolutely horrifying. This is so stupid. I really don't want to be here right now. I just don't like the forest because anything could be hiding in here. And I'm worried more about animals than anything.
Standing in front of the decaying structure, Frank feels a sense of unease. Not knowing when or where danger might strike, he switches his camera to colored mode, using a broader light to illuminate his surroundings. But with this choice, he unknowingly exposes his position. His light now a beacon in the pitch-black forest. Undeterred, he ventures deeper into the building, oblivious to the dangers that await him.
What the fuck was that? If I see someone, I'm out. I don't mess around when it comes to people. I'm gonna check the sides in case somebody's hiding on the side. What the hell is that? What the fuck was that? That shit. Oh, I don't know where the fuck it's coming from. I hear something faint in the distance. I don't know if you guys could hear it. I did hear what just sounded like screaming coming from the outside. May or may not be the reason why I'm hiding inside this place right now.
Seeking cover beneath the old, crumbling structure, Frank tries to pinpoint the source of the unsettling noises echoing around him. Every instinct screams that something is terribly wrong here. Summoning his courage, Frank ventures outside once again, but the noises intensify. It's as if the forest itself is alive, warning him to leave. With every step, the tension mounts, and Frank realizes that he may have stepped into something far more sinister than he ever anticipated.
There seems to be a lot more trails going through here. I can't really tell what direction that sound was coming from. I just heard a man. What the fuck was that? Listen. Fucking shit. What the fuck was that? have my knife out because if it is an animal that comes running out, I'd rather kill it than it bite me and I get rabies. Holy shit. I am in some sort of barn like structure, and there's webs all over the ceiling. I low-key feel a hell of a lot safer in here than outside.
The eerie sounds persist, seemingly guiding Frank toward another abandoned structure deep in the forest. Though the crumbling building offers a fleeting sense of security, Frank knows he can't stay there all night. Gathering his courage, he ventures back into the dark woods, the oppressive silence broken only by the crunch of his footsteps on the forest floor. But the terror follows him.
Oh. I 100% just saw a pair of eyes again. Right over there in front of me. What the fuck am I hearing? I did see what...
First, it's the glowing eyes again, watching him from the shadows. Then, unmistakable footsteps echo closer and closer. Frank's instincts scream that something is wrong. Whether it's an animal or something far more sinister, he knows he needs to get out. Without hesitation, he sprints through the trees, flashlight in hand, its beam cutting through the dense foliage, but also revealing his position to whatever might be following him.
So I'm even paranoid to turn my back towards the forest because I heard what sounded like heavy footsteps. I did see what looked like eyes staring at me from further deep inside coming towards the house, and then they were just gone. See, I'm literally just hearing what sounds like movement. What the fuck was that? I'm gonna switch to my other camera, my Psionics. Listen. Listen. I don't know what that is. Listen. It sounds like it's coming from here. Oh shit. Something moved in the bushes. What the fuck is that? Oh shit.
Finally breaking free from the forest, Frank logs in with his viewers, his voice shaky as he recounts what just happened. He's visibly shaken, his thoughts racing as he questions whether it was an animal, a person, or something paranormal lurking in the woods. Desperate for safety, he retreats to his car and drives aimlessly for 15 minutes, circling the area while contemplating his next move. Despite his fear, Frank makes a decision. He won't abandon the night entirely. After all, he promised his viewers an overnight adventure. He drives to another section of the forest, parking on a grassy patch, hoping this new location will be safer. But just as he starts to settle down for the night, something unsettling catches his attention once again.
The time is now around 2 something. And I just heard something right over here. I could still hear what sounds like talking coming from the forest. It sounds like there was people on the inside. What the f*** is that?
The faint sound of people talking drifts through the forest, startling Frank. Yet, when he glances around, no one is visible. Normally, hearing voices wouldn't scare him. After all, there could be other campers or hikers nearby. But the fact that the voices are so clear, yet the people remain unseen, sends chills down his spine. The uncertainty gnaws at him. Frank sits quietly, listening intently for what feels like an eternity. Eventually, the voices fade into the distance. Trying to shake off the fear, he rationalizes that the people must have exited the forest from another direction. After a final check of his surroundings, he decides it's time to try and get some rest.
I want to check in front of the car to see if there's anything to worry about, but nothing.
As Frank attempts to sleep, his mind races with everything he has witnessed so far. The eerie silence around him is oppressive, and the unmistakable sensation of being watched keeps him on edge. Sleep refuses to come. Unable to ignore the creeping unease, Frank decides to step outside and check the area one last time.
It is now about 4 in the morning, and I started hearing crunching sounds, and I thought it was right next to my window. But I hear footsteps again coming from the forest. Listen. I got footsteps. Coming from the forest.
A new wave of dread washes over him when he sees the eyes watching him again. In a panic, he sprints back to the safety of his car. Exhaustion from the sleepless night and the relentless tension is taking its toll, but his gut feeling was right all along. Something was out there.
So I'm kind of finding it a little bit hard to sleep because I keep thinking about what I just seen and what I heard on the outside. So every time I close my eyes, I just keep thinking I'm going to see a random guy or something just standing in front of my door. Or those creepy eyes that I seen staring at me from the inside is the only thing that keeps bothering me. I can't even, I'm trying to close my eyes and I'm forcing myself to close my eyes without kind of panicking a little bit. Because everything that just happened was right here in front of me. So I feel like my own mind is kind of racing at me. It's like, Frank, you need to get out of here. You need to go find safety. And I'm like, yeah, I can't. Not this time. I gotta do this. Just wasn't expecting to see this tonight.
After sitting in his car, his thoughts racing, Frank finally makes a decision. It's time to leave. He starts his car and drives away, abandoning the forest that had tormented him all night. Luckily, he made it out unharmed, but the evening left him horrified. The glowing eyes watching him, unexplainable noises echoing around him, and an eerie truth that chilled him to the bone. The creature or presence seemed to have followed him when he relocated. It were the same glowing eyes, watching him from the darkness. Frank later described the night as one he would never forget. While he can't confirm if the legends of skinwalkers in the forest are true, his experiences left him convinced that something strange and unsettling resides in those woods. Frank vowed never to return, and honestly, who could blame him? Did you find this encounter disturbing already? Then, brace yourself for what you're about to see next. This is Johan, the beloved YouTuber you might know from his channel, Man Dog Wild. Johan is a true outdoorsman with a deep love for nature and an even bigger heart for animals, especially dogs. He's been exploring the wilderness for as long as he can remember, first as a child camping with his parents, and now as an adult venturing out on his own. But he's never truly alone. His loyal companion, Yeti, a once stray dog turned trusted sidekick, is always by his side, sharing in the serene beauty of nature. It's November 15th, 2024. A sunny day full of promise as Johan and Yeti set out for one of their favorite nearby forests. This time, they're not just hiking, they're planning to camp overnight.
Today we are in the mountains for an overnight camp and a little exploration of the area.
Logging in with his viewers, Johan shares their plan, showing off the picturesque surroundings as he searches for the perfect camping spot.
Well, this is going to be the area where we pitch our tent for the night. It's not too bad. It's relatively flat. There's a few divots, but it's fine. Quite a pig to get in here today. Just everywhere's just caked in crown of thorns. So yeah, it was quite a battle.
After finding a great location, the two take a quick water break before preparing for a challenging trek through the nearby mountains to explore some hidden caves. After a long day of hiking and exploring, Johan and Yeti return to their campsite as the sun sets, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. They make dinner together, enjoying the calm as the night descends.
I think we're both knackered out, and that'll be it for us in the tent. We'll catch you guys in the morning.
The duo settles into their tent, ready for what they hope will be a peaceful night under the stars. But not long after Johan turns off the camera, something catches his attention.
Hey, let's go. Good go, Yeti. Good go. I heard footsteps from a person. No.
Footsteps. They're faint at first, but grow clearer, circling the campsite. Johan, on high alert, wakes Yeti and steps outside with his flashlight in hand. The beam cuts through the pitch-black darkness.
I hear something coming from just down the hill. Something coming from all the way downhill down there. It sounds like water sloshing. I'm not going to go and find out.
Feeling unsettled, but unwilling to stray too far from the tent, Johan carefully scans the area. Still, there's no sign of anyone or anything. Reluctantly, he retreats back into the tent, considering his next move.
You have it. Wait, I'm not going to sleep. So those footsteps. I heard them. I heard them earlier. I thought I heard them footsteps earlier. And that's when I looked outside. There's nobody there. Nothing there. Again, she didn't bother her. And then, just now, the footsteps approach the tent and stop. pitch.
Uneasy, Johan decides against sleeping. He lies awake, keeping watch while Yeti, blissfully unaware of the tension, sleeps soundly. The calmness of his dog offers Johan a small sense of comfort, but the mystery of the footsteps keeps him on edge. After 3 sleepless hours, the first rays of sunlight break through the trees. Grateful for the dawn, Johan steps out of the tent to greet the morning, making a fresh cup of coffee to shake off the night's eerie events.
Good morning. Nothing else occurred last night, which is nice. Came out here this morning, seeing if there's any tracks. No tracks. It's not the type of ground to leave tracks. Clear as day, those footsteps. I try to enhance the audio, and hopefully it sounds, you can hear it as well. But so they approached the tent, and stopped. They didn't leave the tent, you know?
Reviewing the footage, he clearly hears the footsteps from the night before. Strangely, they never seem to move far from the campsite, as if someone was lingering close by. Though Johan checked the area thoroughly, he found no trace of anyone. The only clue was faint noises coming from down the hill. It remains a chilling mystery. Were those human footsteps, or was it something else entirely? Johan doesn't know, and perhaps he never will. Thankfully, this unsettling experience didn't deter Johan from his love of camping or sharing adventures with his loyal companion, Yeti. But it's an encounter that will always linger in the back of his mind, a reminder that the wilderness holds secrets we may never fully understand. And the same can be said about what Zhenya is about to encounter in the next horrifying video. This chilling video is captured by Zhenya, a YouTuber who describes himself as a true adventurer. Known for his calm demeanor and fearless nature, Zhenya frequently ventures into abandoned buildings and remote wilderness areas, documenting every moment for his loyal followers. His YouTube channel, aptly named The Survivor, has become a hub for thrill seekers captivated by his daring solo explorations. Whether it's camping far from civilization in the dead of night, or uncovering secrets hidden within eerie, decaying ruins, Zhenya thrives on the challenge of exploring the unknown, something few people would dare to do. It's April 29th, 2024, a cold evening in Russia, and Zhenya decides it's the perfect night for another outdoor adventure. This time, he plans to camp in a dense forest 2 hours from his home, a place shrouded in ghostly legends and mysterious tales. After a long drive, he parks his car at the edge of the road, grabs his gear, and steps into the shadowy woods.
Ребята, всем привет, с вами Женя, искатель могилы. Ребят, я не думал, что когда-то решусь на то, чтобы посетить это место ночью, но сегодня я все-таки решился и приехал сюда. Ребят, это старое заброшенное кладбище, на котором, по предварительной информации, захоронена самая настоящая ведьма. Я не знаю, насколько это правда. Сегодня я собираюсь подтвердить или опровергнуть этот самый факт.
Logging in with his viewers, Zhenya shares his plan to explore the forest and uncover the truth behind a chilling rumor. Locals whisper about the ghostly apparition of a witch that is said to haunt a nearby cemetery after dark. Ever the skeptic, Zhenya wants to see it with his own eyes. With his camera rolling and his nerves steady, he sets out into the eerie wilderness, unaware of the terrifying events that lie ahead. As Zhenya wanders through the eerie, dark woods, the oppressive darkness seems to swallow him whole. The only light guiding his way is the faint flicker of a single candle, casting long, unsettling shadows around him. He carefully scans the dense forest, searching for a suitable place to set up his tent for the night.
Ребят, вот так вот установил палатку в непосредственной близости около могил.
Eventually, he finds a spot, right next to the weathered gravestones of the cemetery, where the deceased lay in eternal rest. Not exactly the ideal place to camp for most people, but for Zhenya, this is exactly where he needs to be. Unbothered by his unsettling surroundings, Zhenya climbs into his tent, opens his laptop, and begins to share some history about the cemetery with his viewers. However, his focus is quickly disrupted by an unexpected noise.
Есть еще близлежащая деревня отсюда. Сука, показалось, блин. Знаете, когда находишься здесь, как-то на подсознательном уровне не чувствуешь себя не так страшно, а как когда ты находишься... Я застегнул палатку, блин.
A strange sound echoes through the stillness of the night. Brushing it off as noise coming from the nearby village, Zhenya reassures his viewers that he's not scared. Determined to continue, he dives back into recounting the eerie legends tied to this place.
Могилы и все. Конечно, жутко. Ребят, только что. Бля, мне так еще не было страшно. Там в кладбище был треск. Я не знаю, сколько записался звук. Буду надеяться, что записался.
But the unease grows. The noises persist, and his nerves begin to wear thin. Stepping out of his tent with a flashlight in hand, Zhenya resolves to confront whoever is lurking outside. Scanning the area carefully, his beam of light reveals nothing but trees and gravestones. Suddenly, a haunting sound pierces the quiet. A faint, melodic voice, almost like someone singing, drifts from the direction of the cemetery. Frozen in place, Zhenya listens intently as the sound amplifies, sending chills down his spine. Instead of retreating, Zhenya decides to follow the sound. His resolve is unwavering as he ventures closer to the cemetery.
Просто нереально страшно. Вот там идет вход в само кладбище.
With each step, the atmosphere grows heavier, as if the forest itself is warning him to turn back. Approaching the cemetery, Zhenya feels he is being watched.
Вы знаете, от кладбища она отходит. От кладбища она отходит. Это очень странно.
Did you see it? First, a faint glowing light appears in the bushes beside him, barely visible through the darkness. Then, as he walks further, two glowing eyes emerge from the shadows, fixed intently on him. Yet, Zhenya seems oblivious, his focus unwavering as he continues deeper into the bushes. Just as he steps onto the cemetery grounds, determined to investigate the source of the singing, he spots something that makes his blood run cold. He spots someone standing next to a tree, as if trying to remain hidden. Gathering every ounce of courage, Zhenya decides to confront it. Was this the rumored witch, or was his mind playing tricks on him? Determined to uncover the truth, he walks straight toward it, and that's when he sees it.
Это просто нереальная жесть. А теперь просто представьте на секунду, что вот я сейчас здесь стою. И, ребят, это можно, ну, без шуток, просто получить разрыв сердца.
What Zhenya sees shakes him to his core, but the realization that he might not be alone in the woods compels him to act cautiously. Unnerved and now acutely aware of the danger, he decides to retreat to his tent. He knows it's safer to avoid a confrontation, especially when the intentions of whoever is out there remain unknown. Choosing safety over answers, Zhenya makes his way back through the forest.
Да блин, эти звуки, блин, деревьев. Подождите секунду, я вроде бы закрывал, когда уходил, палатку. Или нет? Сука. Это называется «У страха глаза велики». Просто банально, я, наверное, не помню, что я ее не закрывал, а оставил в таком положении. Это не мой след. В смысле...
As he finally arrives at his campsite, relief quickly turns to dread. His tent is wide open, but that's not the worst part. Inside, footprints, ones he's certain don't belong to him, are visible on the ground. A chill runs down his spine as his thoughts race. It's no longer the ghostly witch he fears, but the unsettling presence of someone wandering these woods.
Бля, спокойно, спокойно. Может быть, я просто не помню. Я не помню, когда последний раз брал эту палатку и куда я ее брал. Может быть, это мой старый след, и я наступал в каких-то других своих кроссовках. Друзья, только что я отключил сейчас полностью весь свет. Там подъехала какая-то машина. Для меня очень странно, зачем приезжать на кладбище ночью на машине в 2 нахрен часа ночи и что-то здесь делать.
Paralyzed with fear, Zhenya's mind spins with possibilities. Was he being followed? Watched? The forest now feels like a trap, with unseen threats closing in. Just when he thinks the night couldn't get worse, it does. A loud, piercing scream shatters the silence, echoing ominously through the forest. Zhenya, startled and on high alert, immediately grabs his camera and begins recording. Moments later, a flashlight beam cuts through the inky darkness, its light steadily approaching his campsite. Frozen in fear, Zhenya watches as the beam draws nearer, eventually revealing the outline of a figure walking directly toward him. The growing threat becomes undeniable. Realizing the danger is too great, Zhenya abandons his tent and sprints into the forest, his heart pounding as he races toward the relative safety of his car. Once inside, he locks the doors and speeds away, leaving his gear and his courage behind. Though physically unharmed, the encounter leaves Zhenya deeply shaken. This chilling experience serves as a sobering reminder that sometimes the true dangers of the wilderness aren't supernatural apparitions, but the very real and unpredictable people lurking in the shadows. But what if you don't know whether it's people or the paranormal stalking you? This video is captured by Sky, a beloved truck driver who shares his experiences and adventures on his YouTube channel, Master Truck Driver. Normally, his videos focus on the day-to-day life of a truck driver. showing his viewers the challenges and joys of life on the road. But what happened on this particular evening was something Sky had never experienced before, and it left him completely unsettled. It's September 12th, 2023, a warm evening as Sky wraps up a long day of driving. He parks his truck at a quiet rest area, heads to the restroom, and prepares for a peaceful night.
Hi guys. I am so tired.
As he begins recording his usual evening routine for his viewers, something unexpected and chilling happens.
What? Fuck. What is this?
Two distinct knocks echo from his truck window, as though someone wanted to get his attention. Sky pauses, looks outside, and sees nothing but pitch-black darkness. Assuming it was likely just a bird or some other innocent explanation, he brushes it off. Little did he know this was just the beginning. Not even 2 minutes later, the sound comes again.
What? What is this? Fuck. Where is lan? Fuck.
Feeling unsettled and confused, Sky grabs his flashlight and steps out of his truck to investigate. The beam of his dim flashlight cuts through the dark parking lot as he scans the area, but there's no one in sight. Sky, still on high alert, retreats to the safety of his truck, locking the doors and rethinking what could have caused the mysterious knocks. Despite his uneasiness, the rest of the night remains quiet, and eventually, he manages to fall asleep. But the unsettling feeling lingers into the morning. What had caused those sounds? In his 6 years of driving experience, Sky had never encountered anything like this. In the description of his video, Sky wrote, "While I was preparing food, I started hearing strange noises. I went downstairs and looked, but there was no one there. I think a ghost played tricks on us. I rarely encounter such paranormal events. It looks so scary." The comment section was filled with theories from his viewers. Some agreed with Sky, suggesting it could be paranormal evidence, while others speculated it was a prank played by someone around the parking lot. So, what do you think? Was this an eerie encounter with the paranormal, or just someone trying to mess with him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you find these 5 encounters unsettling? Then brace yourself for what you're about to see next. This horrifying video was captured by Bailey, a TikTok creator you might recognize from her channel, Bailey Goes Outside. On her channel, Bailey shares peaceful and inspiring footage of her camping adventures in remote areas, traveling in her camper van with her loyal dog Lola. Her trips usually showcase serene landscapes and quiet moments in nature, but her latest venture took a terrifying turn. A few weeks ago, Bailey decided to explore the Pine Barrens, a region renowned for its picturesque beauty, but also infamous for its sinister legends. Despite its eerie reputation, Bailey, a seasoned camper, was undeterred. She drove deep into the forest, parked her camper van, and prepared dinner as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the dense trees. At first, everything seemed calm and peaceful. But as darkness enveloped the forest, an unsettling noise shattered the silence, turning Bailey's serene evening into a nightmare. A loud, piercing scream echoed through the night, sending chills down Bailey's spine. Luckily, she managed to capture the eerie sound on camera before she sought shelter inside. Panicked and unnerved, Bailey quickly retreated inside her camper van, locking the doors and opting for safety rather than risking any confrontation. The video was immediately uploaded to her TikTok channel, where she asked her viewers a pressing question: what could have made this sound? Bailey, an experienced camper, admitted she had never heard anything like it before. The comment section of her post was flooded with theories. Some viewers speculated that the scream might belong to a Sasquatch or even a skinwalker, drawing from the many legends tied to the Pine Barrens. Others offered more rational explanations, suggesting it could have been an animal or something natural. But no definitive answer has been found, and the mystery of what disrupted Bailey's peaceful night remains unsolved. Whether it was a creature of folklore or just the eerie unpredictability of nature, one thing is certain: this is a night Bailey won't forget anytime soon. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.